Channel where we love to talk about movies. Welcome, especially if you're new. If you enjoy talking about movies and staying up to speed on what's in theaters and what's worth checking out, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a review. Alright, with that, we're going to get into today's review, which is for Armageddon Time. I just saw it at the theater, so let's dive on in. So, in this movie, a deeply personal coming of age story about the strength of family and the generational pursuit of the American dream. So that's basic synopsis, and so it kind of examines the main character as he becomes friends with another character, and then it explores his dynamic with his family. But we're just going to talk to 5 points about the film that stood out to me, and then we will wrap things up with my overall letter grade. So up first, I liked Anne Hathaway in this movie. She didn't have like the biggest role, but I think when she was there, she didn't necessarily steal any scenes. Like I don't know that it was overly demanding of a role for her as far as acting goes, but she certainly played the part very, very well. And I think was very believably playing, a mother and also a daughter to her father's character. And I don't know. I think she just came across as a very believable mother and housewife for the type of character that she was playing. The second point that I wanted to talk to was Jeremy Strong. I thought he did a really good job in this role. He kind of reminded me of Raymond from Everybody Loves Raymond, and like kind of the accent and character he was going for a little bit. But it was. I like that he was a kind of a complex character. Like he's not the best dad. He beats his kid. He shouts at his kid, and yet like at other times we see him kind of be vulnerable and express emotion and that sort of a thing. And while I think I like seeing complex and kind of gray characters like that, and I thought he did a great job as well bringing that character to life. Up third, we've got Anthony Hopkins. He is just one of my favorite actors. I love seeing him kind of in any role that he's in. It As of late, I feel like a lot of the movies I've seen him in, he reminds me a lot of my grandma, and she passed away about a year ago now, and especially in roles like this, without getting into spoilers, but like seeing him, like he's a grandfather in this movie, and you see his relationship with the main character, and it reminded me a lot of her, and I don't know, I appreciate when movies can help me, like when they make me think back to things in my personal life and just become more relatable for that. And for whatever reason, Anthony Hopkins in particular tends to do that. But he's a phenomenal actor though, and knocks it out of the park again with this role. The fourth thing that stood out to me as well were the kid actors, and I'm gonna put them together because I think the main focus of the film is their relationship and their budding friendship. And I don't think that would have worked if the characters weren't written and acted in a way that had me buying in, but they were. And just kind of, I don't know, it felt like they were real kids, and they were just being kids, and it was, I don't think a lot of movies tend to do that, and I think it's can either be the result of poor writing or poor acting, but in this case they had both of them, and I think it's that combination that really does the trick, and that's why it's so hard to get both of those for that to feel right. And then the last thing that I liked was just kind of I think the film looks at has a lot of like food for thought, but the main one that stood out to me was kind of the examination of how different people, or like within life, and especially depending on our background and how we're raised, all you can have the choice. Like some people have the choice of what they want to do, and other people don't really have the choice, and they're simply focused on what they need to do to survive. And I think it's really good to reflect on how much you, if you have been given so much and you have the luxury to choose what you want to do, to be thankful for that, but then also look to see how we can maybe help those who are just in the lifestyle of doing what they need to do to survive. And I think it's great to see that in this case, friendship out of the two main characters who have, kind of different backgrounds and are just, I mean, they both have their struggles, and yeah, I think it's great to see different people connect and become friends, and just kind of, yeah, it was done in a way. I thought that main piece helped really highlight that piece of food for thought. And I don't know, it's just, I appreciate it when a movie gives me something to think about and kind of self-reflect. So those were my five things that I liked about the film, or I thought stood out and worth talking about. Overall, I give this film a letter grade of an A. I think anytime a movie has a compelling story that's very character driven and dives into people and kind of examines different sides of humanity, one that can also make me cry well, I won't get into spoilers as to that, but yeah, I that puts it in the very good slash great category, which is an A for me. I definitely recommend this one to see. It's not necessarily the sort of film that needs to be seen in theaters. Again, it's more of a drama, and but again, it doesn't hurt to see it on the big screen. I definitely recommend checking it out at some point, though. And if you have had a chance to see it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to smash that like button. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.